Hey Fearless Mods fans, what is up? It is Biff and we are back in the Fearless Mods garage, and this has been a fun week of Firebird Fest 2023. That's right, the third annual Firebird Fest came to St. Louis, and I would not have known it had I not been trying to buy some new stripes for this car so that we could get ready to paint it in the future. But I was buying them just on a whim and got a call from the owner of the company who said, hey, you live there where they're having Firebird Fest, are you going? It's next week. And I'm like, I did not know that. So last year we were tracking Firebird Fest. I wanted to get this car running before it and did not make the deadline. So it wasn't until last fall, as you know, we had the revelation and Fearless Island Mods came through and we unplugged that catalytic converter and got this baby running like a champ. So all I had to do was bring it out of storage essentially, detail it, get some miles on it, make sure it would shake out in the long haul. It was running perfectly, except the sun visors kept falling in my lap. So I repaired those so that they wouldn't come apart. I also put in some new speakers because mine were all rattly in the back, and they still are, so I have to chase some grounding issues and see if I can figure that out. But the last thing, not the last thing, certainly not the last with this car, but one of the main things that's plaguing it right now that is frustrating is I can't get the T-tops out. And I have searched across YouTube and there are no videos that I could see that show you how to remove a seized up T-top on your Trans Am or Firebird or Camaro. It shows you how to lubricate them once you've got them out, but how do you get them out? So that's what we're going to try to tackle on this one, along with some great shots from Firebird Fest 2023, which was a great time meeting great people and seeing a bunch of fantastic cars. So enjoy the scenery and let's see if we can figure this thing out. Well, here we are, guys. Gateway Classic Cars. This is where all the cars are coming in to rally up before they continue the weekend festivities. Later on today, they're supposed to be out at Worldwide Technology Raceway, otherwise known as Gateway Park, and running the NASCAR track. But there's some rain supposed to come in, so we'll see how that goes for them.
Mr. John Chanella is a former GM designer, and he was one of the most brilliant artists in the car industry.
Yeah.
That's you?
So funny story about
Oh my
great.
God.
We gotta go get it today. I found your car, man. It's your color.
He showed it to me. I was like, let's go.
Our anniversary was 2 days later.
Anyway, I want everybody to know this gal was in the movie. Well, so was my black and gold Trans Am in this movie. Yay!
Okay, my first thought here on how we tackle this, if you get up in here, you can see the gap up in there that shows you the back of that locking mechanism right in there. You can see a little silver piece of it through that slot. So what I'd like to do is get in there and angle my nozzle and try to get some WD-40 in there. That's the only spot where I can see that front to back. I'm trying to get it to go forward and aft and see if we can get any of the linkage lubricated enough to get that handle to move. But essentially it's seized in place. So you can see I've got my WD-40 and I've got my straw here, and I'm just going to heat up the straw here a little bit and get it, just heat it up a little bit, and then see if I can bend it. There we go, and just kind of hold that there. Okay, it's firming up, and okay, it still allows it to blow through, so I should be able to direct the spray fore and aft now. Let's get in and see if we can lubricate this thing up and get those to free up a little bit. I'm going to put a towel in there to make sure I'm not dripping on any of my interior before we do this. Okay, so we can see our slot right there. Let me get the towel and put the seat forward here to protect it a little bit. And I'll put a towel across all this. Let's see what we can do here. Well, it's dripping out the end, so that's good. See if we can get any back here. Let's see what we got. I'm clearly haven't lubricated the spot I need yet. Lots of WD-40 dripping out. Good thing or bad thing, I don't know. I'm going to try to get actually up from behind the plastic and come forward closer to where the handle is and see what that does for us. There I took it and just kind of had it angled down and kind of drug it forward along that plastic. I'm going to do the same thing here, going from the front aft a little bit. Alright, it's dripping all over my arm, so we're doing something here. Oh, there we go. There we go. Look at that. All right, one out. It is not a problem with anything here in the car. It is purely only in that mechanism. So let's get the other one broke loose, and then we'll take those apart and lube them up and clean them. We got her. And there we have it. A simple little hack with your WD-40 tube to be able to get in there and lubricate your T-tops, and then just kind of work them back and forth gently, because those plastic handles, you don't want to break the gearing in there where it attaches like a window crank. Really, it's got a little gear in there. I'll show you here in a minute as we pull this apart. But that's how you get them out of the car. That's great news, because there's not any other way that I'm aware of that you can get to any of these bolts on here or on the actual T-top itself to remove the plastic. So good to know you can get in there through the slots, lube that up. Okay, so let's see if we can get that pin out. So you can see that metal clip inside there, right in there. We'll try to push it from the other side and get that to disengage. Maybe. There we go. And there's the pin. So I was able to just push it out with this plastic tool. Now this should just come straight off the top. And like I was telling you, you can see how this has the gearing on it. And then you can see, just like you should be able to see some grooves in there. I'm not sure if you can. But anyway, it's just like a seat handle. Now we'll just pull out the two Phillips screws, one off each end. That allows us to pull this off. There we go. And hey, you can see that we are left with a very rusty set of inner workings here So now we can put the handle on and actually see where our where we were jamming. It's looking really good. So we will dry this up, WD-40 that we have everywhere, and then I will get it with some lithium grease on all the rubbing surfaces here so we can make sure that everything is good and lubricated. And there we go. Of course, we got WD-40 everywhere. Just wipe this up just a little bit. Here we go. Everything's wiped up. Cover's going back on. Okay, we will clean this inner glass and then this one. Let's get the handle on here. From the open position, this should slide right in there. And there we go. We're in. So let's clean this glass and call it good. There we go. And with that, we've got them operating good as new, like butter. So if you were able to use this to help unstick your T-tops on your Camaro or Trans Am or Firebird, please reach down there and give it a click for a like and a subscribe, and come back and keep watching us. We'll catch you again real soon. Take care.